Hello friends, in this video we are going to do this numerical design a linear phase FIR high pass filter using Hamming window with a cutoff frequency omega c 0.8 pi and n is equal to 7. So this is question number 2. Okay. See, in this question we are given a FIR filter. We have to design high pass filter. Then using Hamming window, then you have given a cutoff frequency and then n. These are the 4 things you need to understand before starting with the numerical. First of all, the step number 1 is to choose the filter. Now choosing the filter is how to choose that filter. It will be given in the question. See this, FI high pass filter. So we have to design high pass filter. So high pass equation we will write in the step number 1. What is high pass filter equation? HD of e raised to j omega is equals to e raised to minus j omega alpha, and the range is between so the high pass range is minus pi is less than omega is less than minus omega c is equals to e raised to minus j omega alpha, and the second range is between omega c is less than omega is less than equals to pi. Okay, so this is the range, this is the equation for high pass filter. Step number 1, see this high pass filter, I am writing it. Okay, write high pass filter equation. So I have made a dedicated video about how to learn the equation, how to memorize the equation for high pass filter. Do check that video in the description box below. So first step is completed. Step number 2 is calculation of HD of n. Calculation of HD of n. The formula is HD of n is 1 upon 2 pi integration of minus pi to pi, okay, e raised to minus j omega alpha multiplied by e raised to j omega n d omega. This is the formula. Now just substitute 1 upon 2 pi. We have, as you can see, the integration limits. We have 2 limits over here. One is minus pi to omega c, another is omega c to pi. So open a bracket. So first limit I am writing here, minus pi to minus omega c. Okay, and the equation is e raised to minus j omega, e raised to minus j omega into e raised to j omega n. Okay, first limit plus second integration limit is from omega c to pi, and the value is same, e raised to minus j omega alpha multiplied by e raised to j omega n d omega. Here also d omega. Differentiate, means integrate with respect to d omega. Okay, so after writing this much, now it's the time to take common between these two. E raised to j omega will come here, n minus alpha upon, we are integrating with respect to d omega, so leaving omega term, whichever term is there you will write in the denominator. J n minus alpha is remaining, so write it in the denominator. Okay, and this whole values is the range we will write minus pi and omega c. Okay, just mention this range, plus we will write this also, take j omega common, same thing, n minus alpha, and we are differentiating, integrating with respect to d omega, so leaving omega term, whichever term is pending, that write in the denominator. After that, the limit, put the limits. Omega c to pi is the limit. Close the bracket. We are done with this. Okay. Now 1 upon 2 pi. As you can see, jn minus alpha, jn minus alpha. In both the brackets you have these terms. So take that common. Jn minus alpha. Okay. After taking common, I have taken that thing common. And now just substitute the upper limit and the lower limit. So in place of omega, write here omega c. So substituting the upper limit first. Okay, e raised to minus j omega c n minus alpha minus upper limit minus lower limit e raised to minus j pi omega e raised to minus j pi n minus alpha. We are done with this. Okay, now addition we want to do for this term. Okay, so I'm writing it below for this term. Okay, remember this, e raised to j, in place of omega substitute the upper limit pi, so I will write e raised to j pi n minus alpha. Okay, upper limit minus, I will write minus sign. Now lower limit, substitute omega c, in place of omega c here, e raised to j omega c n minus alpha. Okay, done with this. Okay, this much is done. Now see this, we will just rearrange the terms, like here it is omega c, here it is pi, here it is pi, here it is omega c. So now we will just rearrange it in both pi terms together and omega terms together. So write here 1 upon j n minus alpha as it is, and in this bracket we will just rearrange the terms. So let's rearrange the pi terms first. So I have e raised to j pi n minus alpha. I'm taking this and I will take this minus e raised to minus j pi n minus alpha. I took this term and I took this term. Okay, close the bracket, and in the next plus I will write over here, and in the next bracket I will write omega c. So I will not take a plus over here, I will take minus common. Okay, I will take minus common. E raised to, I will write this, e raised to minus j omega c n minus alpha. Okay, sorry, by mistake I will take this term. I am taking minus sign common. E raised to plus j omega c n minus alpha. I just took this term first, and then I will write this term. Then you can see this positive sign over here, so I will write up negative, because negative positive. So e raised to minus j omega c n minus alpha. Done. Now you can see this 2j. I will just write here 2j inside the bracket, and I will write this 2j inside the bracket. So this 2j will eliminate it from here and we will take it inside the brackets. We are left with 1 upon pi n minus alpha. So this whole term will become sine. Okay, sine of theta. Sine of theta means sine of pi n minus alpha. Okay, this also will become sine of omega c n minus alpha. So we'll write this. See, the first bracket will become sine of pi n minus alpha. See here, sine pi n minus alpha. And the second minus, you will write it over here, minus. And the second is sine of omega c n minus alpha, omega c n minus alpha, whole divided by pi n minus alpha, pi n minus alpha. So this is the required HD of n. This is the required HD of n term. Okay, after getting this much, you will write the step number 3. Now step number 3, read the question again. What we have asked, Hamming window. So I have to write the Hamming window equation over here. HAMMING, Hamming window. Write this Hamming window properly and write the equation of Hamming window. H of Hamming. Cancel this window, H of n. Okay, Hamming window equation we will be writing. So the equation goes as 0.54 minus 0.42 cos of 2 pi n upon n minus 1. This is the equation. So this is the equation 0.4 minus 0.42 cos of 2 pi n upon n minus 1, where small n ranges from 0 is less than equal to n is less than equal to n minus 1. Okay, we'll write the equation one more time. 0.54 minus 0.42 cos of 2 pi n upon n minus 1, that is capital N is 7, so 7 minus 1 is 6, and the range is like this. Done with this. Okay, it is 0.46. okay, 0.46 cos of. Now we are done with this and we will write our step number 4. Step number 4 is H of n is Wn multiplied by Hd of n. This and this will multiply it together. So 0.54 minus 0.46 cos of 2 pi n by 6 multiplied by sine of pi n minus alpha minus sine of omega c n minus alpha upon pi n minus alpha. So we will just multiply these two terms together. This term and this term, we will multiply them together. Okay, so we have reached up till here. Now take your calculator to do further calculations. We'll type this entire equation in our calculator. So on the calculator, 0.54 minus 0.46 cos of 2 pi n upon n minus 1. It is the equation. Okay, let's just solve this. Multiplication sign, and now just type this value, sine. Okay, open a bracket, write here sine of alpha value we forgot to calculate. So in 2 minutes we will find the alpha value. So alpha value, how to calculate n minus 1 by 2. What is alpha? N is 7, so 7 minus 1 by 2, which is 3. Alpha is 3, so in place of alpha I will substitute 3. So I will write here x minus 3 minus sine of, what is omega c? What is omega c? Omega c value is 0.8 pi. 0.8 pi and alpha value substituted 3. Okay, these two value you just substitute in your calculator properly. So I will just write 0.8 pi and then x minus 3. Okay, and then down pi n minus 3 means x minus 3. Okay, in place of alpha there is a syntax error showing. You just need to check the brackets if it is properly closed, open. Okay, so I just missed closing this bracket over here, so there was syntax error. Now it is proper. Okay, now let's solve it for x is equals to 0. The value is this, minus 8.0728 into 10 raised to minus 3. Now the calculator is having all the values ready. See this is your h of n. This is your h of n value. Now n is equal to 0 up till n minus 1. So n is equal to 0, 1, 2 up till n minus 1, which is 7 minus 1. So 0 to 6. So right here h of 0, h of 1, h of 2, h of 3, h of 4, h of 5, h of 6. Okay, using this calculator. As you can see, minus 8.0728 into 10 raised to minus 3. We will shift the points. So h of 0 will be minus 0.0081. Okay, now press calc button again. Press a calc button. I will write 1 and press equal to. You will get one value, 0.0469. 0.0469. Okay, similarly let's calculate it for calc 2. Minus 0.144. Calc 3 will be an error. Okay, calc, so go back, calc 4 minus 0.144. Finally h of 6 is again the same value, minus 0.0081. Okay, so we just got all the values using the calculator. Keep the calculator aside, and now we will calculate for h of 3 with L'Hospital rule. Okay, so after doing all this calculation, right here h of 3 separately. H of 3 is equal to, write this whole equation. Okay, and this equation is not a problem. Okay, first equation is not giving problem, only the second equation is having the problem. So what we'll do, only for the second value we will apply L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule we have to apply. L'Hospital rule says that limit theta tends to 0 sine theta upon theta equals to 1. This is the L'Hospital rule, remember this. Now we'll solve it for h of 3. Therefore limit, what is what will I put? Limit, see this, only this term is giving me problems, okay, only this omega c 0.8 pi and okay. So I will write here limit 0.8 pi n minus alpha tends to 0 and sine of 0.8 pi n minus alpha is 3, so n minus 3 upon pi n minus 3. As you can see, 0.8 is missing, so I will just multiply 0.8 and divide 0.8. So now this term value is 1, sin theta upon theta is 1, so 1 into 0.8 is 0.8. okay, so what is the value of h of 3? What is the value of h of 3? Point 8 we got, and we have just calculated this, and now it's time for this value. You just calculate this value also. In the calculator you will type 0.54 minus 0.4 cos of 2 pi n value is 3 upon 6. The value comes out to be 0.94. See this equation once again. Whatever I spoke is wrong for this. This value we will not consider because it is not giving us problems. Only this value. See this sine pi n minus 3 upon pi n minus 3. The value will be 1. So I will write h of 3 is 1 minus, and this is 0.8. Okay, so 1 minus 0.8. So h of 3 will be 0.2. The final h of 3 value, here we have written error, so now h of 2 value we got is as 0.2. now it is sorted. Now you just write the step number 5. See this, step number 5 is very easy. Calculation of transfer function h of z. Now what is the formula of h of z? Summation of